Biden reaffirmed the White House commitment to their one China policy during his latest phone call with Chinese President Xi Jinping. So if Pelosi still goes through this visit, what will that mean for the future of China-US relations?
Well, this is the most puzzling part. Usually when you try to do this kind of COVID diplomacy, you will not have the leaders talking to each other directly and still go ahead with your plan. Usually you would just go first and then ask the leaders to somehow clean the mess. This time, since Pelosi's visit has been announced, you have so many discussions across not just the Pacific region, across the world, about a potential war in Taiwan and a potential invasion, quote unquote, this is the word they use, invasion from PRC to Taiwan. And this kind of mess needs to be cleaned up. So if Pelosi does come, I think Biden will have a very difficult situation in his hand because he has to clean the mess.
It seems that some within the United States government were divided on the issue of whether or not Pelosi should make the trip to Taiwan. So can you give us some insight as to why there is like such conflicting opinions on whether or not this visit should go through?
Well, I think the simplest answer to this is that there is no tangible benefit to anyone that can advance U.S. interests and even could potentially damage U.S. interests from the perspective of the military, of the national security, and also from a lot of intellectuals, politicians. They see this as a one-woman show. I was going to say one-man show, but they see this as a one-woman show trying to single-handedly routing up a democratic kind of rally for herself, but they don't see any tangible benefit for either the Democratic Party, not even for the year-end election, and potentially the military may have to pay a huge price. We all know that the United States is trying to put its military weight, especially maritime weight, in South China Sea and East China Sea, but it is at the military's planning, not because they have to somehow react or support a politician in an endless mission. I think the most important part is very few people could see tangible benefit of Pelosi's visit. And if you read the US press, there are certainly different positions of different newspapers, but the most insightful analysts, those who truly understand cross-strait issues, understand People's Republic China, understand what happened in the past 70 years, they all believe this is a really, really bad idea. In other words, the old China hands all know that this is challenging the bottom line, the red line, or whatever line. And that is a very unwise, I wouldn't want to say stupid, but unwise move with no tangible benefits.